Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord has been out for just over 3 years now, and in that time, I'm sure many of you have racked up hundreds, if not thousands of hours of game time. And as I'm sure we all know, Bannerlord is a completely balanced game, with absolutely no exploits, and it guides the player every step of the way, and players never feel lost or miss vital points because they are never told or shown them. Whew, that was a mouthful. Whether you just started playing the game or you have hundreds of hours of game time, even the most basic content can whiz over your head faster than Logan Paul can scam you. And that's pretty fast. So, without further ado, here's 5 things you probably didn't know about Bannerlord. Number 1. You have to manually build siege equipment. Have you ever wondered why all of the Lord sieges that you participate in have siege equipment? And for some reason, every siege you lead, your men are only equipped with a couple of ladders.
What hell is going on here?
Yeah, well that's because you have to manually build siege equipment in Bannerlord. Absolutely nowhere does the game tell you this, or even hint that you have to do this. But if you want to make your sieges and your life a whole lot easier, bringing siege equipment into sieges is a must. If you're anything like me, then you probably want to rush towards any castle or town you've sieged as fast as possible, clicking on that attack button as soon as it becomes available. But if you take just a little bit of time before doing that, and you zoom in on the ongoing siege, then you'll find these small blue circles on the floor. Just click on these icons and you'll find a range of siege equipment you can build, from battering rams to siege towers. You can even build assault weapons like ballistas, onagers, and trebuchets. The first thing you should always try to build in a siege is a trebuchet, and just stack them up here. Trebuchets are the best and have a lot more health than both ballistas and onagers. By building these, it'll give you a chance to destroy the enemy's defenses. This is huge, as the only way they'll be able to destroy your siege equipment are with their own catapults or ballistas. One tip here to make sieges a lot faster is to deploy your trebuchets all at once, so they can focus the enemy's siege equipment together, destroying them a lot faster. Do this by building the trebuchets normally. Then as soon as it's built, click on it and the option Move to Reserves will come up. Do this till you have about 3 to 4 trebuchets built up. Then deploy them all at once and watch your beautifully sculpted death machines rain a fiery death upon your enemies. Doing this will allow the battle to go a lot smoother. I mean, at least in theory. Although sometimes you won't have a choice, and if there's an approaching army coming to break the siege, sometimes you'll just have to bite the bullet and test your luck on the battlefield. I recommend that you build all of the siege equipment that you can. Usually that means 2 siege towers and a battering ram. Number 2, resetting companion perks. Okay, so if that one was a little bit basic for you, then perhaps this one won't be. Or maybe it will be. It probably will be. You can actually reset both your own characters and your companions' perks. If your companions have already leveled through some skill tree and you want them to have a different perk than the one that they already have, then there's an easy way that you can respec each individual skill. Simply pay a visit to the tournament master in the arena of any town. When you get speaking with him, you'll see an option to either respec your own skills or that of your companions. Note that you'll need the companion you want to respec in your party when you do this. If you have no companions in your party, then you'll only see the one option here. Now the key here to spending as little dinars as possible is to get in early. I think I heard somewhere that it costs roughly 40 dinars per skill level of each skill. So for example, if I was level 100 in athletics, then it would cost me 4,000 dinars to respec my athletic skill. Of course, if money is not a problem for you, then this isn't an issue at all. Keep in mind that you can't completely reset focus points or attribute points that you've spent while leveling up, so make sure that you spend these points wisely. Number 3, you can break people out of jail. If a lord is defeated and captured by an enemy noble, then there's a good chance that they'll be taken to the closest town and imprisoned there. Now, what the game never really tells you is that you can actually break them out. Now, there's a number of reasons as to why you might want to do this. One, it'll give you a very nice boost in relations for the lord that you rescue from their imprisonment. This can help serve you later on with elections and even help sway them over to your own kingdom. Two, if you desire something terrible to befall the lord that has been captured, then you can actually break into the prison and slaughter them yourself. This is especially handy if you want to take over one of the main factions yourself. Simply wait for the leader of the faction to be imprisoned, break in and murder them. Keep in mind here that this method has since been patched and you can't actually kill them yourself. Not to worry though, simply draw the guard's attention towards the prisoner that you want killed and let them do your dirty work for you. This is basically the most reliable way to get rid of a faction leader, and there will be no negative effects on your character. Succeeding in a prison break will give you a huge amount of roguery and charm experience. Number 4, recruiting nobles to your kingdom. If you are successful enough to have your own kingdom, then you're going to know that you need all of the clans and land that you can get your hands on. Now, most of you probably know that you can convince lords from other factions to join your own with charm and a whole bunch of dinars. But if you specifically target lords of the faction that you're at war with, and you successfully convince them to join your own, they'll actually take their own provinces with them, meaning that you can instantly take a big chunk of land from your enemies for yourself. This is good for a number of reasons. The obvious ones, more land and more income. But on top of these, you won't have to fight any battles at all, meaning no casualties for your current troops, plus the influx of heaps of new recruits from the new clan that joined your faction. It's safe to say that this is a pretty OP tactic. Number 5, your companions will compete in tournaments too. If you want to basically guarantee that you'll win any tournament prize every time you compete in one, then listen up. Your companions can compete in tournaments alongside your own character. To maximize the chance that they win, you're going to want to go for about 2 to 3 fighting companions and level them up with the best perks that you can. Also, give them the beefiest armor that you can too, as they'll be taking this into the arena with them. These guys always seem to make it to either the semi-final or the final. It's actually really rare for me to see them get knocked out before, unless I knock them out myself. This tactic is less effective with the team heavy tournaments that you'll find in some of the Empire factions, but they still do great there as well. The tournaments that I've found this to work the best in are Battanian ones, as there's a lot of 1v1s and 2v2s. Now, why would you care if your companions win a tournament, you might ask? Well, that's very simple. If they win a tournament, then the tournament prize is placed in your inventory. This tactic has saved me countless times, still being able to win horses worth over 12k when I was unlucky and got one-shotted. The only catch to this, however, is that you'll eventually come up against them yourself. And because you've beefed them up so much, they aren't going to be easy to take down. So if you care a lot about winning every tournament yourself, either get better or don't bring them along. Alright guys, if you made it this far, then thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with all of my future uploads. If you guys have any video suggestions, then leave them in the comments. And hey, you never know, I just might make a video about it. That's all for this one, guys. I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.